below zero Friday and Saturday, with wind chills approaching 60 degrees below zero. This brutal cold will eventually spread into the southern United States, meaning freezing rain and snow will stick around longer, extending major impacts. So in today's forecast, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know about the big changes that have happened with this winter storm over the last 24 hours. And the good news is that we finally know what this winter storm is going to do in the United States over the next few days, who's going to see significant icing, who's going to see significant snow, and all of the other stuff in between. So let's talk more about it. We're going to begin with our future radar. This is what it's going to look like by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. We aren't going to have a whole lot of ongoing activity. There will be a little bit of light cold rain back over in Texas and southern Oklahoma, and then the beginning of our winter weather activities back over in the Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle. That's going to be some light freezing rain. By lunchtime is when activity will really start to pick up. We are going to have a risk of light freezing drizzle and freezing rain stretching across areas like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. So this is the beginning of when you want to be off the roadways in Oklahoma. Back over in Kansas, we'll have some light freezing rain and snow mixing, so just be ready for that in far western and central parts of Oklahoma near Dodge City. And then eventually by 3 to 4 o'clock, activity really starts to pick up in north central Texas and the Texas Panhandle. That's where heavier freezing rain is going to become a concern near Lubbock and Amarillo. Moderate to heavy snow will be ongoing in parts of Kansas and also back over into New Mexico. But this winter storm is going to get a lot messier by late Friday night and Saturday. And Saturday is really going to be the day where this thing explodes into a massive winter storm, even more massive than the low taper fade mean. Now, as we go into late Friday night and early Saturday, that is when this winter storm will explode in intensity. We are going to have moderate to heavy freezing rain stretching from Lubbock, Texas, back into central and southern Arkansas, and this is where ice storm conditions are going to become more favorable during this time frame. Over in Little Rock, we are expecting sleet and freezing rain overnight Friday into Saturday, meaning there will be power outages, I think, across many areas around and especially to the south and east of Little Rock. Freezing rain will begin back over towards Dallas-Fort Worth, and we will have a band of heavy snow stretching from the Texas Panhandle back into northern Arkansas. So the mountain region there of northern Arkansas is going to be impacted by this, including Fayetteville, Mountain Home, and then back towards Tulsa, Oklahoma. Even Oklahoma City will be transitioning into snow by late tomorrow night. As we get closer to the morning hours, so right as we go into sunrise on Saturday, that heavy band of snow is going to shift its way over into Kentucky and Tennessee, just to the north of Memphis. This will be impacting areas, especially in southern Missouri, just south of St. Louis, where moderate to heavy snow will continue. Sleet is going to be right in the middle of that, so that's going to stretch from southern Oklahoma back towards Memphis, and then heavy freezing rain is going to be ongoing just outside of Dallas-Fort Worth, towards northern Mississippi near Tupelo, and also towards Huntsville in Alabama. Now, as we go later into Saturday morning, we're going to start to see a lot more moisture coming out of the Pacific and also out of the Gulf, and this is going to create a lot more problems on Saturday. Saturday morning, it might kind of look like this winter storm is just this and it's done. Well, no, we actually have all this moisture right here that's going to reinforce our winter system, and it's going to be even larger by Saturday afternoon and evening. So look at this. As we go into Saturday afternoon and evening, we're going to have a very intense band of snow, freezing rain, and sleet moving its way across Tennessee and Kentucky, and then eventually by Saturday night, we have a new band of freezing rain and snow that's going to form across almost all of Arkansas, almost all of North Texas, and also across West Texas. Almost all of that freezing rain will be moderate or heavy, which means ice accumulation will rapidly happen. You need to be preparing now for power outages that could last days in some of these areas, as we are expecting over a quarter of an inch of ice accumulation from Dallas-Fort Worth towards Little Rock.
Keep shooting those chemtrails.
And then a very significant ice storm is expected in northern Mississippi, near Memphis, Tennessee, and also southeastern Arkansas, where ice storm warnings have already been issued. And that is an area that we could have some spots over 1 inch of ice accumulation. That is catastrophic. We are talking about very significant impacts in those areas that could really significantly damage trees, power lines, and there is a possibility that power outages will last days, if not even possibly over a week, there in parts of Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas. As we go into the late evening on Saturday and into the overnight hours, this winter storm is going to be huge. We'll have freezing rain with a cold air damming setup happening back over in Georgia, upstate South Carolina, and nearly all of North Carolina. Our first snow will begin back over in Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and Delaware, and then another huge band of snow is going to stretch from New Mexico back into Illinois. This will be round 2 of our heavy snowfall, and then freezing rain again stretching across a huge area. This is going to be one of the most dangerous winter storms that we've seen in a long time here in